Right, I just got a new camera, so this is gonna be a bit glitchy. But here we go anyways. Here's my Geometry Dash progression guide. This is a 10 demon special. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Let's get into it. Alright, so for the first one, I'm going to tell you something that might be a bit of a shocker. The nightmare is bad. Now, when you probably heard me say that, you probably immediately ran to the conversation. No, please come back. But seriously, this level has a big problem with it. It is genuinely too easy to actually be of any help to the player. Now, I'm not saying this is like I'm bragging that I'm really good at this. I beat it in like less than 30 attempts. It's way too easy. You need to have something to challenge you. So what you're going to start by is you're going to go all the way back to Clutterfunk. You're going to try and beat the level. Oh, let's see if I can beat it right now. Who knows? But Clutterfunk is, in my opinion at least, considered at least like a very low easy demon or a very like mid-tier insane at the very lowest. But so it's definitely a good step up into a demon. So you're gonna want to beat this one first. Let's see if I can beat it. I haven't played this level in like a while since I beat it. Personally, I don't really like this level, but I do know that it's a very good stepping stone into getting good at the game. There's actually a lot of levels in the mainline levels that are good like that. Like, for instance, you can play something like Hexagon Force. It can really help, especially with levels like Duelo Maestro. You have to get good at controlling two different game modes. Obviously, it's not going to be good enough for Duelo Maestro, but it's definitely a start. I'd recommend Verity for that if you really want to go for that. And anyways, you gotta play through Clutterfunk. So, let's see. Be insane if I just beat it. Oh, come on. Okay, you have to click her that after that. So after you beat Clutterfunk, instead of going to something like the Nightmare, I want you to make a jump. Your first jump. This level called Blue Hell. Blue Hell is actually not a very like recognized demon for it being good for progression. But when I played it, I actually noticed it was quite easy. But it definitely teaches you a lot. Teaches you how to make precise clicks, how to learn how to use high CPS effectively, and it also teaches you a lot about different ways of using different mechanics. For instance, we have orbs in ship. You won't ever see that in the mainline level, so it's definitely something good to learn. And it's also very predominant in the actual like custom level scene. Take for instance one of Bloodbath's first click, or I know it's a QB, is it? I can't remember. But there's just a lot of levels that have that. After beating Blue Hell, this level actually only took me about 300 attempts and it was quite easy. But after being Blue Hell, we're gonna go to the next one. So first, let me pull up my completed demons. All right, so now you're gonna move on to right here, Speed of Light. Speed of Light's an interesting level. It's a lot like Cataclysm. You've probably seen it before. This one's actually a pretty popular demon, from what I've seen, and it teaches you a lot about different like fast-paced and even slow-paced mechanics. I would definitely say it's a lot of ship and wave, but there's actually quite a lot of diversity in between there, especially learning how to do click patterns for UFO parts. This level also has a bunch of different, like, funny different tricks you can do in the level. Like, for instance, you can actually, instead of hitting the green orb into a blue orb in that beginning cube, you can instead just double tap the blue or double tap the two blues. So this level actually is quite, like, kind of free to play almost. Like, you can do whatever you want. There's definitely some big choke points in this level. I don't know, yeah, no, it doesn't really show any choke points, but some big choke points are the 72% ship, which is is pretty difficult. There's also the half speed upside down ship, like corridor. It may be just because I'm not the greatest at ship, but definitely a big choke point for me. All right, now for the next level, you're gonna make your first like or your second big jump to Shiver. Shiver is a big duel-based fast gameplay level. You will learn a lot about how to use high CPS, how to how to use duel effectively, and just really how to play fast gameplay effectively. This is actually a more recent level created, so that's pretty exciting that it's also that popular. But there's just a lot of parts in this level that I really like. There's no pure choke points because the entire level has pretty balanced gameplay. Though if you're really bad at like sight reading, the I think it's the end dual ball and the spider at the end can be really difficult if you're not good at sight reading, because you'll need to know which orbs to hit and not in very short periods of time. Obviously, that's not a skill for everyone, so I'm gonna show you guys Shiver Dual part, just so you guys can see what you're getting into. You obviously want to practice by playing levels like Hexagon Force or other dual base levels. So here's, I don't know why this is black and white, but it's fine. It doesn't really change the gameplay. Hopefully they have all of the all of the duels in here. They do not. All right, let me find one that has the end game duel. Then we can really see. All right, maybe this one? Nope. Or wait, it goes from the duel. We don't want that. Nope. Ah, dang it. Duel, maybe duel 2, like the second duel. Nope. You know what? That's fine. I think you guys get the idea. Now, next on list, is actually, or I think it might be. Let me see if I can remember. All right, so if you really want to, I would honestly sometimes even suggest just playing through the Nightmare and Platinum Adventure just to get used to them and get some extra demons racked up. But now you want to exit this little tab and you want to go all the way back to the front. You want to click back a couple times. And you'll reach this level. This level is called Deadlocked. Deadlocked is like a pretty dang difficult level. It'll easily be your hardest. I wouldn't actually consider it much of a jump from Shiver, because if you did Shiver with ease, this should also be like not that bad. Like only take you about 1,000 attempts. But Deadlocked is known for its tight wave gameplay, infamous memory ship, and some other like pretty big choke points. Mainly though, the wave is the main choke point of this level. The beginning wave is my main choke point for that, but a lot of people it's the end wave. So let's see, can I do it? All right. As you can see here, though, there's also a lot of speed changes very quickly. If you're good at that, you can do it with ease. And trust me, this level only takes a bit of learning before you can start jumping into from 0 attempts. So I suggest starting by doing 72 to 100. That's the main choke point, like because a lot of people have a lot of nerves. And then doing it from I think it was 56 is the boss fight. 56 to 100 is another important point. But then you'll beat it and you'll jump. Or you will do a little back hopping. You go to Toe 2, or Theory of Everything 2. Theory of Everything 2 is basically your introduction into 9 circles levels. Like, I kind of consider that. 'Cause it teaches you, like, memory kind of wave gameplay, and it has similar patterns of gameplay. There's also a lot of slow-paced, difficult gameplay, as you can see right there. There's also some good mixed in, pretty, like, fair, high-speed gameplay. But mainly, I'd consider the hard part of this level is slow gameplay. The slow gameplay that takes a lot of memory to remember and know what to do. Especially this ship part up here. I died here a surprising amount of times, like right there. Other than that, Theory of Everything is actually not that bad. It's a good step into getting into your first medium demon. And that's, which you've probably already guessed, is B. B by Motley Orc. This level is one heck of a level. It really doesn't look all that impressive when you do it yourself, but the gameplay and the work you need to put into this level is amazing. I remember, I think this took me around 1,000 attempts to beat it. I recently beat it. But the main choke points of this level are the beginning spider, the ball, and this. I would actually say the end wave is also decently difficult. But all around, the level is no joke. There's a lot of different difficult parts, and it can actually be pretty frustrating at times. Though the satisfaction of beating it is too much to pass up on. This will be your first medium demon by the time that you've got here. If you want to do something like Starquick before, you can, because Starquick is technically a medium demon. It's just way too easy to be considered a medium demon. So all you need is like one practice run through it, and you're able to easily meet that level. So another interesting part of this level is that it takes a lot of practice attempts. I'm gonna say this here. you have to learn a lot, especially about the bees being flung at you. It's gonna take a while. So yeah, I just barely got 1,000 times. But it's gonna take a lot of patience with practice mode to learn and fully get the level. Alright. So now that we're there, we're gonna talk about two different levels to go from here. There are two different paths you can follow in the Geometry Dash. In Geometry Dash, you can either immediately decide to start preparing for 9 circles by doing something like paracosm circles. I'm actually wait, what? Oh yeah, it's completed for me. I haven't completed this yet. My best is only 49, but I'm right now doing the 9 circles path, so I'm doing this. You can also do retro circles before this if you want to. I also have some percentage on that, but I also haven't beat that. These levels are perfect for learning how 9 circles gameplay works and being able to do tough wave parts. Like, yeah, I got to the wave there. Like, look at that. It's a little fake. We got a little mini wave. And there you go. Now, if you do not want to go down the 9 circles range, what I'd actually suggest doing is a bit weird. Click on the demon list and pick one that looks interesting. Really, these like front page ones are very good. Levels like Verity also have very interesting gameplay and can teach you a lot maybe about like duels if you want, like if you're playing Verity, especially duels. I still can't beat this level. This level is a bit too difficult for me right now. I'm right now currently going for paracosm circles. But still, it's very important that you eventually learn this kind of dual gameplay. Let's actually see if I can get to a good part of the level. 27%, that's actually a new best for me. Dang. And really, all of these levels are fine. Like, there's not a single level that I'd say on here that is not bad to do as your next medium demon. Like, heck, I'd even play Electrodynamics 2 V2. I didn't play this on this computer, but I did on my old. It was actually quite fun. Like, this teaches you a lot. That's what I love about medium demons. They actually teach you a ton. Now, for the final part of this level, I know I've been talking a lot, but if you're not going down the 9 circles list, I have something to tell you. You know how there's different difficulties of demon. There's easy demon, medium demon, hard demon, insane demon, extreme demon. Well, instead of immediately going to a hard demon after beating some medium demons, you can instead go to insane demons and type ST. You'll find at the top stalemate. Stalemate is a very popular insane demon, also known for being the easiest insane demon. Like heck, I'm bad at this ship and I'm able to get 12% on this. Actually, I suck today, I guess. But Stalemate is definitely one level that you need to beat. And I'd even suggest doing it before a hard demon because it's actually quite fun and replayable. I've done a couple practice runs on this and they actually only took me about 150 attempts per. Obviously, I don't have that much progress on this. Like, look at it, I got 7%, 8%, 10%, 12%. But that's not bad. There's nothing wrong with that either. Or if you really hate your life, you can also just go to Supersonic and just if you're really good at fast gameplay. I actually played this level quite a bit, and I actually would say it's pretty fun to do. But if you're bad at fast gameplay, don't even go within 6 feet of this. Like look at some of this. And this is before the beat drop, and I haven't even practiced this level, so I don't even know how bad it gets. Actually, what the heck? Uh, that's all for today's video. See you guys in the next one. Goodbye.